Radio Grand Lac sur 92.1. Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Oh, hi everyone. Welcome back to your English Weekly. And this week, I'm got a special guest with us. And we're hosting our 22nd edition, which is a special edition for the St. Patrick's Day. So please stay tuned. Don't leave. If you've got any questions at the end, you can always send us a little message. And you know that Your English Weekly boosts the English-speaking community on various subjects. And of course, you're always here to learn new words. So I hope I don't speak too quickly for those who've already told me I've spoken too quickly. But I promise this week I'll try to speak slowly. And today, we've got a special guest who's an Irishman like myself. And it's Tim O'Connor. Hello, Tim.
Hello, Sinead.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. It's wonderful. And you know, Tim, we're going to talk about St. Patrick's Day and all your little gigs.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but before we start that, I just want to say a big thank you to 92.1 Radio Grand Lac. And of course, thanks to Julie Lecourt, who came to see us last week. And now we're going to go and ask Tim if he knows what my expression of the week is. I'm all ears. Do you know what that means, Tim? I'm all ears.
I'm all ears. Oh, yeah. Yes. I haven't heard that for a while.
I'm sure you haven't. Well, we'll tell everybody at the end of the show what it's about. So as you all know, this week is St. Patrick's Week. Well, St. Patrick's Day, of course, we know is on the 17th, or maybe you don't know, but is on the 17th of March. And maybe, I don't know where I got the 17th of March. Maybe it's because it comes from the 17th century.
Maybe, I'm not sure, actually. That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought maybe that was one of the reasons, because it is a festival or a celebration that started back in the 17th century. But we don't know exactly how they got the date. Anyway, Tim, now, do you want to introduce yourself to our auditors and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, yes. Well, I'm Tim O'Connor. I'm based here in Savoie. I've been in Savoie for maybe 18 years or something like that. And I'm a singer and songwriter and run workshops and work with many musicians in Savoie. And I'm lucky to, at the moment, I'm working with somebody I met 20 years ago in Bordeaux in a festival, Irish festival. Elma McGilligot. She's a great flute player. And she's,
yes, I had the opportunity to meet her last week.
She mentioned. And she's living in Les Bauges now. So it's great for me to have somebody,
close
really
by.
Traditional to work with,
Okay, so for you, that's fantastic.
It's fantastic, yeah.
So do you have any plans now working with her?
Yeah, well, we're playing St. Patrick's Day the 17th at Albans at La Brasserie Caco.
Oh, fantastic. Caco, I think it is. Yes, well done. Okay.
And then the 18th, we're in Le Féclat at Augivray. And the 19th in the Chartreuse, in the Salle des Fêtes, in the Chartreuse, Saint-Pierre de Chartreuse.
Oh, very nice place too.
Yes. So really looking forward to that. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, Brasserie Caco, why the Brasserie Caco for St. Patrick's Day?
They organise a festival in aix-les-bains as well.
Oh, yeah.
In the summer. And we thought that would be a good opportunity to meet them and eventually maybe do the festival. And so it was just one of those, really, a connection like that.
And what type of music are you playing? Traditional Irish music?
It'll be a mix of traditional Irish tunes, original songs of mine, done in an Irish style,
Of course.
And some traditional Irish songs as well, so it's a mix.
Okay. And are you playing solo or are you with someone?
That's with Elma.
Oh, with Elma.
Yes.
Okay, all the gigs you're doing together?
Yes, with Elma, exactly. And on Saturday in Chartreuse, we've got Fergal McCartan, the harpist.
Oh, yeah.
Who's Irish. And we've also got a great harmonica player who is quite well known in France in the music scene called Barefootiano. He's one of the top harmonica players.
Oh, nice.
He's Australian, so...
Wow, so all of this sounds really good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all very exciting.
We got a good mix.
Yeah, I can hear that. I can see that. Fantastic. Okay, so before we come back to talk about the gigs that you'll play and give the info to our listeners today, tell us a little bit about yourself again. So do you play, okay, I know you play in groups, and I know that you give classes and you organise workshops. Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, yeah, I've been lucky enough to been asked by quite a few schools now and colleges in Annecy, in Chambéry, groups of choirs as well, to go over to Ireland. Mm-hmm. So I take singing groups over or school groups over to a little village in the west of Ireland, Doolin, County Clare, which is kind of world famous for Irish music. And it's a small village right on the west coast by the highest cliffs in Europe. And there's four pubs and music in every pub throughout the year, every night.
Every night?
Every night.
Oh, gosh, well, you might have a few followers going to just go with you to go into those pubs and have a bit of fun.
Exactly. So we've had some wonderful times taking the kids over, writing songs with them, and helping them with their English as well.
Okay, that's where I was just going to ask you. So it's a good learning way, it's a good way of learning English as well?
It is, absolutely.
Through songs?
Exactly, because we have little cultural trips out, on the bus, and they discover like the culture, and they give me phrases, so they help. We kind of construct songs together. Okay. So it's a good way for them to learn the English as well.
Yeah, because we organised our little music workshop where people had to come and create, and we gave them all the tools that they needed to come and create their song.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, no, so it's really good. And it is a very, very good way. I know I've seen it time and time again, especially with young students, that through songs they learn so many words. It's unbelievable.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
It's absolutely incredible. So we know you're getting ready for St. Patrick's Day and all that, but we won't talk too much about that yet. Tell us a little bit about how people can follow you, how people can get your CDs. Do they order them online?
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, they can go to my website, timoconnor.co.uk, timoconnoursongs.com. So they can order through the websites, and so they can follow me through all the dates like that. And then I use Facebook as well. Tim O'Connor Music is a Facebook as well, and Instagram and all that kind of
stuff. Yeah,
Tim O'Connor Music, Instagram.
Fantastic. So what can you tell us about St. Patrick's Day? When we talk about St. Patrick's Day, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I've had some incredible ones really over the years, and it's always been a special day for me. And just your sense of like bringing everyone together with the Irish community and the spirit and everything like that. And it's always been really special ever since I was a child, really. Yeah. So it just brings a lovely feeling together, really. Yeah. A day of music and joy, So that's what it's always been for me,
Yeah. And for us in Ireland, I know, I just want to say a few words about St. Patrick with that as well. And for us in Ireland, it is a very special day. It's a national holiday. Yeah. It's a day when we go in to meet the friends. My little niece who was telling me, I'm going to go to the parade. So it really is a moment of when people get together and share a bit of fun.
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
And so St. Patrick, I'm going to ask you a few little questions. We'll see if you can answer. When I say a few, you know me, Tim. So was St. Patrick, was he born in England or was he born in Ireland?
Well, that's a good point. I thought he was Welsh, funnily enough, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well.
But, yeah.
Well, so yes, no, he was not born in Ireland.
Yeah.
He was born in England and he came then at a young age to Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
And he's known for what? Do you know what he's known for?
Well, is it for getting rid of the snakes in Ireland?
Apparently, yes. It is for getting rid of the snakes. And he went and hibernated and to get rid of all of these snakes. But there was no snakes. There was no snakes to banish. So it is a bit of a funny story. It is a bit of a funny story. And then we talk about all these little green men. Why do people get dressed up? Who are these little green men? Do you know who they are?
Could they be the leprechauns?
Oh, of course they are. Of course they're the leprechauns. And tell us, these leprechauns, what are they known for? Do you know what they're known for?
Are they known for doing kind of naughty little things?
Oh, they are a little
mischievous,
yeah, they are indeed. And of course, they say if you find a leprechaun, you'll also find a pot of gold. Exactly. Yeah, and I think that's where some of the colours come in as well, with the gold, the green, the white. Of course, as everyone knows, our beautiful flag, the green, white and gold.
Yes.
So now tell us, there was just another little thing that I was going to ask that I absolutely don't remember, but that's okay. Oh, yes, I do. It was the shamrock. So why do we call it the shamrock? Do you know why we call it the shamrock?
I don't actually. What's the reason for that, actually?
Well, I think it was something to do religious, if I'm not mistaken. It was said that the three-leaf shamrock was used by Patrick to explain the Trinity to the pre-Christian Irish, and he used it in sermons, I think, to present the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So that's, I think, a little bit how the religion came in with the shamrock.
I see what you mean, yeah. Because there's also an interesting link I heard way back. The Archbishop of Armagh, St. Cornelius, is connected with Chambéry, and there's a statue to him. And he's in the crypt at the church in Le Monc. Is it Le Monc in Chambéry? It's one of the oldest churches in Chambéry.
Oh, really?
And he was in the 11th century.
Oh, wow.
He came, he was Irish. So it's quite interesting. I found that out. Yeah.
Well, you see, there we go, Tim. You're teaching me today. I think this is wonderful. So tell us then now, if people want to go first, come back to you about the gigs now, just before we finish, because we've only got a couple of minutes left. Your gigs, so you said Caco on the 17th.
That's right, yeah, exactly.
On the 18th?
At Le Féclat, Le Givray.
Okay.
It's a lovely place up there.
Yeah.
And the 19th in Saint-Pierre-de-Chartreuse.
Okay.
And that's in the Salle des Fêtes.
Okay.
So people would need to reserve for that.
So what time, that's my next question. So what time are your gigs? How can people reserve?
Okay. So it's, they're all at, get there for 20:30. And they need to tap for, the only one they need to reserve for is the 19th in Saint-Pierre-de-Chartreuse, because that's the Salle des Fêtes. And what they do, they contact the Hibou Gourmande.
Okay.
It's the Hibou Gourmande that organise it, which is like a restaurant in Saint-Pierre-de-Chartreuse.
Okay.
And the others, they can just come down.
Okay,
directly.
they can just come and go as they wish.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh gosh, and aren't we lucky that we're nearly finished with COVID for the moment, with the masks? Do they have to wear masks or not? No. Okay.
No, so that's really, the timing is perfect.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
So.
We nearly forget what it's like to have all this freedom. Okay, so before we finish, Tim, I just want to ask you, now let's go back to our explanation. I'm all ears.
Yeah.
Haha. So let's see if you know what this is. I'm all ears.
Well, I'm really attentive. I'm listening very hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were listening very hard to me today to answer all those great questions. So thank you, listeners, for listening. And of course, if you have any suggestions or you want me to speak even slower, don't hesitate to send your message. And it's great for listening, but you must stay tuned because there's a few more things coming up today. So we've got at 2:15, we've got Alan, who's going to speak to us about his gardening and his little show with the green hands, which is definitely not me for those who know me. At 5:00, we've got the show with 1 hour, one community with the Mud Servolex and the life of collective. I don't know what it is exactly, but we'll see. You'll have to come and listen to know what it is. So all those from the Mud Servolex, stay tuned for that. And of course, to finish tonight at 6:30, we've got Damien and his show with keeping you well with your sport. Sportez-vous bien, as they say here in French. Okay, so listeners, thank you so much for listening to me. Don't hesitate to tag your English workshop. Don't hesitate to send in your comments. It's always good to listen from you. And we'll be starting shortly, thanks to COVID, we'll be starting shortly our chatting evenings again, and those who are English or those who aren't, of course, who want to speak English and already have a good level, you're the most welcome. So thanks again to Radio Grand Lac 92.1, and I'm going to leave you now with a song from Tim O'Connor.
Thanks very much, Sinead.
Have a nice day.
We are the people of an ancient tribe. Our destiny was written by the scribes. By the scribes. We follow instinct, a sacred chord. The music that was written from the soul. From the soul. See the sunrise, see the spirit shine. Walk this tide. Feel the power of turning over the endless youth, the old familiar soul, familiar soul. Collective memory, unconscious thought, precious dreams that can't be sold aboard. Sold aboard. See the sunrise, see the spirit shine. Walk this song line in the dreaming time. Journey on another train, behind the veil of life, the spirit plane, the spirit plane. And where we come from is where we go, a universe that we may never know, never. See the sunrise, see the spirit child. Walk this song lines in the dreaming time. See the sunrise, see the spirit child. Walk this song lines in the dreaming time.
Retrouvez également votre radio préférée, Radio Grand Lac, sur radiograndlac.com et sur les réseaux sociaux.